About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's go. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll run with Elliott. Now he opts for the spin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. That one goes for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A first down carry by Elliott. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott from the gun. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Darnold. Big hold to the 30. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check 24, check 24.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the screen.
Now it's Darnold. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go, lady. Check.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, it's Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On second down, it's Elliott, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Come on, fellas.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go. 51. All day. Here we go, 46. 26.
Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, it was the big run that got them down into position, and then they finish it off one play later with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, and they've got them really thinking to themselves, after that big run, they're probably going to come back and hit us again with the same thing or something similar. Instead, they go to the air, and it's a touchdown that way.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Darnold now to throw. Anunwa's got it. Complete. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Bell. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, check.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up. And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's using a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye, and all the way in, touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Here's Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 10th carry now for Elliott. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Crowder now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Hey, let's get ready.
Again, it's Bell. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for New York. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Heavy, what you got?
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Dallas, their strong start to the year continues as